Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. Let's get to the reading without further ado. Today I've got the archetype deck to start off and we'll get a message of guidance for each of the divine counterparts. And we'll start with divine feminine as always. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's see, and please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you are new. There's more information in the description box on how you can collaborate with me, more ways to get my content. Of course, you can you can order a personal reading or a coaching session, or you can send me an email and ask any questions that you have and we'll take it from there. Provided that they are related to what I'm doing here on the channel. Not like personal questions, because I get emails like that as well. All right, so wow, the dead end for the feminines. You know what? I will read about it. Yeah, let's see. So this is number 40. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. Phew. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all the walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." So it's a kind of, I see this more as a world card than anything else, you know? Or maybe there's, but a world meaning that is closure. Things are coming full circle and there's nothing else here to learn or to experience. It is natural to resist. It's very resistant and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you're honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So it's a closure of a cycle. Put it to bed. Let it rest. Somebody's living your life. Let them go. Even if you don't really know in the moment, your brain can't really explain why this is the end. Or like maybe it was a little thing that you had an argument over and suddenly this person is out of your life and you're thinking, how could it end with something as silly as that, right? But maybe it was supposed to end just like that, so don't overthink it. For masculines, we have the prayer, much more colorful. Okay, let's see. I think this is number 65. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer and when we are not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresence of centered thinking that spins us towards illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we're in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. Yeah, I think we saw that in yesterday's reading, that masculines were kind of uncomfortable with how things are changing, with what they're asked to do, with not being able to go with the ego the usual way that, you know, the way that they used to. Let's see what we have with tarot for today. The last question today is going to be messages towards each other. So twins sending messages towards each other. And I'm using the Grand Lux Tarot today. Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Yes, so we're basically reaching the times, or we're approaching the times where things are gonna be moving pretty quickly. I've been sensing that for a while now, that February is the time when we accelerate. Whoa. So consider all this activity as a preparation, both in terms of the dead end and needing to leave certain things behind and stop the resistance of them exiting your life. And then for the masculines to focus on prayer and mindfulness and being present and also following intuition. Yesterday we saw the third eye chakra for masculines, right? So like following intuition rather than what the brain is trying to declare. Bottom of the deck here, Three of Swords. In the After Tarot, it's about healing. So yeah, definitely we are getting healed as we progress. It's almost like it happens in parallel. This is the time when it's enough of like just sitting and waiting. It's time to take action and continue healing in parallel with that. And as you progress, as you start making different decisions, you're surrounded maybe by different people, or you prioritize different activities, a lot of healing is going to come in more naturally, so you don't really need to do anything special for that. Wow, feminines, you've got the Tower clarified by 10 of Pentacles. That's the essentially part of that dead end message that I was just reading. So yeah, take it how it resonates for you, but know that there may be some abrupt endings, right? And they are the ones, they may feel painful and stressful in the moment, but they are the ones that will lead you to your success, to your abundance, to your happily ever after, right? It's just that you need to trust in the moment and get yourself out of the loop of either blaming yourself, that's what we saw yesterday, or feeling like, you know, it's over, or the luck is not on your side, or you're doing something wrong. That's the opposite. Masculines, you have Two of Swords and Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, masculines right now are really trying to get into the intuitive space, but because it's a new feeling, or at least a new feeling on this level, it's not really working well. And it just results in blocking the heart space, the heart chakra, right? So it's not really, you can't think your way through it. And that's the problem, especially for the masculines who are more 3D, who are more karmically tied, and definitely are more used to thinking their way through everything in life, even feelings, even like if they see some omens, some signs, like they still logically build a chain, right? It's really hard to let go of it. Additional question for today, 5 of Coins clarified by 2 of Wands in reverse. I don't know how I got reversals, but you know me. If somehow those cards happen to be reversals, that's how I read them. So right now there is like a crossroads where it's difficult to make a choice. It feels, it's like this foggy energy that I'm sensing, where there is no clarity and the hope is lost. It's kind of like that state of like, I don't even know anymore what's for me and which way am I supposed to go. What do feminines need to know here? Page of Coins clarified by 2 of Swords. We just saw 2 of Swords for the masculine, where they are overthinking and they can't really move forward. All right, so don't do that, Divine Feminine. It's all about little steps towards kindness, love, and authenticity, right? Finding more of that space where in each decision-making process you are leaning towards a kind approach to yourself and to others. It's not either or. It should be something that works for everyone. Or if you're in a complete kind of like ultimatum space, then definitely choose what will be in alignment for you, even if it's gonna hurt someone else's feelings, right? And you can still approach that in a kind way. Remember that. So for example, if you need to make a decision to let somebody go off work, you know, if it's your employee, for example, or to stop communicating with a friend who's been quite manipulative to you, and you start thinking, but you know, it's gonna break their heart, or this person's gonna lose their job, it's gonna be really hard to find something else in the current market and stuff, right? So you're trying to do the right thing, but basically in this case, you're kind of staying in the old unhealthy energy, right? And the key part here is to get yourself out into the safety, into the healthy space, right? And remember that you can't really know what lies like around the corner for that person, right? Maybe they'll find a friend that would be much more in alignment for them, or maybe they'll lose this job and they will get a wake-up call into what they need to be doing differently, and that will help them grow, right? So it's not up to you to decide what's best for them, right? But you can do that within your boundaries, and you can still present it to them in a respectful way, so they know that you're not just bailing on them, or they're no hurt feelings. Message from feminine to masculine. 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Yeah, so this is year number 9, by the way, 2025. It's also ending of the cycle. So the feminine is basically saying that they're dealing with personal fears and indulgences and like quick escapes, and they're trying to see why they still want to follow the old path, why it's calling to them when it comes to love as well, right? Like they're basically hiding behind certain habitual activities, right? Or they're asking for something that they know isn't great, but somehow they still want it. So there's a lot of inner work that's going on right now, and feminines are basically saying, yes, I understand that, I hold my side of responsibility for our dynamic and for our union, and I'm doing my best, and I'm trying to reframe and rebuild my vision for our life together and what I'm looking for when it comes to life partner and life partnership with another person. What do the masculines need to know? I didn't do this part, but anyway, need to know about being on the crossroads and having a hard time to make decision. And by the way, we have synchronicity here. It's 2 of Cups and Page of Pentacles. And if you don't remember, we also had Page of Pentacles here for divine feminines in the same position, same question. So yeah, masculines, basically what you have is, or what you need to know is, you need to really connect to your soulmate that is in your space right now. They're already there, and see how you can learn from them and how you can exercise your kindness, your goodness, and open up your heart with that person. That's the person you can trust. That's the person that is your teacher and you're a teacher for them. But it will help, again, it will help both of you grow, and it will make that decision making process easier, right? But it's a learning curve, right? And you're given this person on your path so that it's easier, so that you don't have to drive yourself crazy, overthinking everything and making mistakes and criticizing yourself even more and being scared and all that stuff, right? But it's important to build that bridge with this person in an intimate way, emotionally, so you can start expressing that kindness and you can receive that kindness, and then things start changing. For some of you, it could be your divine feminine, but it doesn't have to be. Twin flames are included into the soulmate space, but soulmate is a much bigger category. And this could be a karmic partner, of course. It could be a parent, a friend, a colleague, right? But it would be someone who you feel that energetic pull towards, right? And maybe you've been putting off getting closer to that person, but this is exactly what is being asked of you right now. And what's the message from masculine to feminine? 9 of Swords, another 9. That's interesting. Now we have synchronicity between 9s, because we had 9 and 9 here from the feminine, and masculines have another 9. So we're only missing 9 of Pentacles here. But we have King of Cups. So masculines are basically saying that they've been overly anxious and they've been replaying a lot of scenarios from the past in their head recently. And a lot of the weight and responsibility for how they've acted and decisions they've made and things they've said is coming around to haunt them now, almost like, you know, it's like a bucket of water that's being dropped upon them, and it's just like, whoa, it's a shock to the system. And they do have a lot of guilt around it. So they're basically saying to Divine Feminine that they're trying to see how they can be more easygoing and open up more to people, because they understand that they've been pushing away people, they've been blaming them for stuff, they've been you know, over projecting certain internal patterns on them. And right now is that moment of remorse and, you know, being at a loss, because it's like, I don't even know where to go from here, because it's been so challenging, right? But again, this is gonna pass. And what I was gonna say, because we're missing 9 of Pentacles here among these messages for both twins, there's definitely a big value in finding your happiness, your peace. And we saw that trend at the beginning of the reading with the oracle messages, right? That new beginning, or that like inner truth needs to emerge. What is it for you? How do you picture this happy life for yourself? You know, you need to paint that for yourself, and then it's going to be a lot easier to make decisions that will bring you closer to that picture, right? So you're not just talking about something abstract, but actually something more specific. And you can go as specific as you want. And maybe today you'll add to that description on how you see you taking care of your health, of your body, right? Maybe tomorrow you'll add something about relationships and how you spend time with people. Then the next day you'll add something about, I don't know, staying fit or connecting to nature, right? And you can add the details, but it will be more cohesive as the general concept, as a lifestyle, as an identity. And then you can work with that energy, and when you're making decisions, you can see, is it getting you closer to that picture or farther away, or maybe neither, and this is an exploration space and it's safe to explore at this time. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and until next time.